Welcome to the World Cleanroom Projects demonstration. This is Bob McIlvaine of the McIlvaine Company, and I'm going to walk you through the various different ways to search and gain information relative to cleanroom hardware and software based on the projects around the world in the many different industries that use cleanrooms. And we have a couple different ways to look at it. One, we have a database search system over on the right-hand side. Then we have a monthly news service on the left-hand side, and then underneath here we have information about the companies. And so we'll be walking through these various things. Let's start with the revision dates. And each month you get revised dates of various projects. So in this particular month, we have a number of different projects that have been revised, and you can actually click on any one of the projects here. And let's see that Amados opens as sterile facility, 70,000 square feet, and so forth. And you can expand this, of course. Here we'll look at it, and you're looking now at the details on the particular project. So that's one way to look at the information. Let's just maybe go back to the home page here, and let's go in again by revision date. We'll just look at one more revision date. Let's say 225, and let's click on the Hanang Holding. And this is a 2012 project, and of course the solar panel silicon solar cells are a big clean room potential market. Big plants with lots of HEPA filters and clothing and so forth here. So we can check the status of a particular plant by this method as well. So now we've looked at going to these plants by the revision date. You can also go by the location. And one reason you might want to go by the location, and let's just click on California, is particularly if you're a supplier of clean room maintenance or consumables such as wipes or clothing, you're not really as much interested in the new facilities as all the different facilities. And here you will see that we have a system that not only covers the new projects, but because we don't take off the project data, and we've been doing this since 1987, we have project listings all the way back. So these are just projects in California. So many of them are still, of course, in operation, even though we first reported the project 10 years ago. So this is a very cost-effective way to obtain a database of existing plants, even though the main purpose of the system certainly originally was just to track the new projects. But as we say, over the years, we have been adding the information. You can see that obviously this is not every clean room in California, but there are certainly 1,000 or so of these clean rooms that we do list here. Amgen and all these other bigger clean rooms do show up. So it's a very cost-effective way to be used by the consumable supplier as well as those that are really tracking the new hardware and projects. But of course, even if you're selling laundry services and so forth, you want to be able to talk to the people before the plant actually starts up as well. So that's one way to look at it here. And we're going to go back in again to the subscriber login, which is the way we got into the project report to begin with here. And we'll just go back down to World Cleanroom Projects again. And this time around, we will be looking not by this so much. We can go in by startup date, for instance, so we can pick a domestic or we can pick an offshore startup, and we can pick 2012. So this is another way of looking at it. Again, you can go back to the same Hanang project because it's one that's going to start up in 2012. So another way, if you're looking at people, they're going to be buying walls and ceilings now for projects in 2012. These would then be the projects that that would be most current as of this month for startup in 2012. We'll go back out of that and go back into the startup date listing, and then basically get off of that and back onto the home page. And the other way to go into it is through the monthly updates. So let's take the pharmaceutical monthly updates for the month, and we'll just look at the February 2011 updates, and we'll see here that just in this 1 month, there's a tremendous number of pharmaceutical projects that are certainly being discussed. And you can click on any one of these projects and then scroll through to see about that project. And Merck is opening centers in Massachusetts, and Jenison Plastic has a Class 7 clean room that they are expanding. And so this is just the pharmaceutical projects for one month. So this is an extensive another part of the system and database as well, and this gives it to you in a news form as opposed to the database form that you saw on the other side of the project report. So we'll get back out of that, out of the pharmaceutical part of it, and we'll go back to the semiconductor as another example here. So we have each month, as you can see, we've got semiconductor, medical device, and these others. But this is then just the semiconductor portion. Here's our January project news there. So Intel's got a big new investment in California, in Arizona, with a $5 billion semiconductor plant, and Micron expansion, and Infineon has got a new Chinese operation as well. So you can go in by these various different industries and see the new clean room information as well. So that's another way to utilize the system. And let's see, we're going to go back in again under the share folder and under the web browser, because I do want to show you one more thing under the McIlvaine Company. And this time we will go back in under that same clean room projects report, and we will go by state, country, company name. But basically, if you want to get the name of a particular people to contact at a particular company, you can type in the company name, and these would be a number of Pfizer plants and so forth, and you can click on one of the plants, and you would have phone numbers and, in some cases, the email addresses and so forth of the people that are at that plant. So this is a pretty impressive, I think, service for the money that that we're charging here, which is really only the $850 a year plus $80 per additional person. And we're integrating that with a lot of our other services, and I would like to point out that you can also, free of charge, get this Clean Room Insights newsletter, and this is one where we are reporting on each of the conferences around the world, and we're talking to different people, so it's a great way to interface with the various different people in the industry, and that is another thing that you can do by registering there free of charge. And just to show you a little bit more on that, you can also go in under the contamination control free of charge in our decision tree, and, for instance, go into this March Clean Room Insights newsletter, And you see that we're actually tracking what's happening at the different shows, like this pharmaceutical show in lounges that was just held last month. And we're reporting on the different people that were there and the presentations you can see that are going to be made. So it's a pretty comprehensive coverage of the industry on a monthly basis as well. And so, for instance, people that will be attending the Interfex show can contact all these people who will be there. So from Cintas, for instance, you have Jan Udi and a number of people that will be attending the show. And we have this, what we call BizNowNet system, where you can track where a person will be on a particular at a particular conference. So, for instance, Jan Udi will be attending the Dairy Foods Association, and she'll be at Interfex, she'll be at STEC, and so forth. So you've got to be able to go to her biography and get her email and mobile number and contact her. So this is another way to supplement the project report that we've been talking about with part of this free system in BizNowNet and a number of other free opportunities that you have. So we certainly look forward to working with you as you proceed in the clean room industry. And thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit more about World Clean Room Projects. Thank you.